cavernous dry docks, your senses are assaulted by the smell of dust and the palpable anxiety of the busy scholars. But your eyes are quickly drawn to the extraordinary ship moored close by. You get the sense you've seen it before.
Impressive, is she not? It is hard not to admire Kabbalist aesthetics, even if their intergalactic navigational systems are less than stellar.
And you ain't gonna get those systems updated with weak puns. Get back to work, bub. Ignis and I will be there to help in a minute. As for you, understudy, now's not the best time to chat, unless you're here about the EMPYREA mission. You're joining the mission? Great! Though I feel the need to warn you, EMPYREA ain't exactly a toboggan ride down the hill. Raven created EMPYREA specifically to keep Spider out. As such, travel and communications with EMPYREA are exceedingly difficult.
Difficult, but not impossible. Raven shrouded EMPYREA in a magical storm called the Aether, which shields the Chaos Heart from Spider. It even keeps Raven herself out. Unfortunately, the Aether doesn't seem to be a deterrent to the semi-divine, like Spider's children.
Recently, Ione received a jumbled message from the Empyrean city of Xanadu that leads us to suspect Spider's son, the Bat, is there. Then, one of our adjunct scholars decided he'd take it upon himself to go investigate, so he borrowed Spark's stream portal prototype.
Aye, and no one's heard from poor Medulla since. Oh, 'tis a right shame that. He seemed like a bright enough fellow, if not a wee bit impetuous.
Precisely why we are being extra meticulous now. There is no room for error with this mission.
Oh, hello there, Ione. We were just briefing the understudy on the particulars of the mission to EMPYREA.
And you're just in time to tell them all about the ship. Come on, Ignis. Spark needs our help.
Very well. Come, understudy. Since the Arcanum's last voyage to EMPYREA resulted in depressing failure, a more reliable mode of transportation has become priority 1. Thus, the great skyship you see before you. It's called the Spiral Arc. Does it look familiar to you? It should. Perhaps you recall seeing it referenced when you read The History of the Great Schism. Those who would become the Cabal built it as a lifeboat to usher them through the violent end of the spiral that they believed inevitable. After the schism, the Spiral Arc was forgotten until a young man with an incorrigible interest in technology found it here collecting dust. As fate would have it, that young man, named Spark, hails from EMPYREA and has dedicated his life to solving the enigma of Empyrean travel. And despite my many objections, he has volunteered to accompany you on this mission. He is also my brother, but that is inconsequential. You and Spark should become acquainted. Here, give him this ion dust he requested, and lend him any further aid he may require.
L8 world door is secured and ready for transport. You sure we shouldn't test it first?
This world door will serve as the initial stream portal link and what I hope will eventually become an Empyrean-wide teleportation network.
Ah, kinda like how a lead climber does that first free climb to install the guide rope so everyone else can use it to scale the mountain.
I suppose so, yes.
Just gotta get that first anchor point down, right? Oh, hey there, understudy. Excuse me, I need to check the status of the hull.
Greetings, understudy. I am pleased that we may finally be formally introduced. I am called Spark. It is my honor to serve as your science officer for this mission. Do I detect the invigorating smell of ion dust? Excellent. Come, I will show you what the ion dust is for. And along the way, I can show you around the spiral arc. Please, follow me. This is the Ark's main machine room, which I have retrofitted with a sublight stream drive engine. Ignis is smoke testing this stream drive now.
Spark, me boy. Your engine sure is impressive, but I can't seem to get her to spool up to maximum warp.
Have you tried increasing the aperture of the fission intake?
I'm giving her all she's got. I just can't do it. I need more power.
Intriguing. It will take some time for me to properly diagnose the issue.
I trust you'll figure it out, Spark. Now, if that's all, I've another mission-related task I need to tend to.
Yes, of course. Thank you for your assistance, Ignis. Understudy, we should make haste with the tour. These stately doors lead to the surprisingly spacious living quarters. Say what you will about the Cabal, the ensuite lavatories are far more comfortable than those here in the Arcanum. Moving on. This is the emergency escape pod bay. The pods are superfluous to our mission, but removing them all would require too much effort. Here we find the heart of my intra-ethereal navigational guidance system, the Lux Capacitor. It uses quantum photon superpositioning to breach nanospace, allowing the Ark to travel through the stormy ether subatomically. Its design came to me after I slipped and hit my head in the aforementioned cramped Arcanum lavatory. Shall we continue to the bridge? Our tour comes to its conclusion here, on the bridge. There under the main viewer is the Cyclolabe. It will help us plot courses through the ether, a storm compass, as it were. And we will end the tour with the one detail technology cannot update, the captain's chair, rather, the person in it. Without a sky captain experienced in ethereal travel, the chair and this mission are utterly futile. Fortunately, the scholars have this issue mostly figured out. It would be prudent for you to check on that. I really should get back to work.
We should have told Spark to skip the lavatory tour. Listen up, we need to discuss the recruitment of the Sky Captain. The mission requires a Sky Captain with experience in EMPYREA. I'm sure we don't need to explain how limited that selection is.
There is only one such person known to us scholars, a wharf rat of dubious reputation, by the name of Captain Taylor Coleridge.
You remember him, right? As we understand it, you and old Coleridge met in Chrysalis a while back.
And we're hoping that relationship will help recruit Coleridge to this mission. He's not my first choice, but he'll have to do. Our intelligence has tracked him to Polaris. I'll mark the location on your map.
Captain Cool Ranch is essential to the mission. Whatever it takes to convince him to help, you do it. Whatever it takes.
Arrives in our time of need. The crooked inspectors are harassing my husband in the stockroom. Help him!
Silence! We've given you multiple warnings, Coleridge, yet we continue to receive reports of rats in this establishment. Clean up or pay up!
Ye feather-brained fish-flingers wouldn't know a rat if it were standing right in front of you. We ain't bribed. What's the wizard? How ya been? What brings you? Actually, what do you say ye help me swap this scum out of me stockroom? Then we catches up.
Coleridge, I did not know you were friends with the hero of Walrusburg. Perhaps I was a bit overzealous. Upon further inspection, I officially declare this establishment healthcare compliant. Au revoir!
Thank the 70 seas ye wandered in when ye did, old friend. Come, let me pour you a tasty tiki drink on the house.
Mon amour, what happened? The vile inspectors, they ran away so fast. Was the Scofier crying?
And all who heard should see them there, and all should cry, beware, beware. The crooked inspectors won't be bothering us anymore, Mila.
C'est magnifique! The hero of Walrusburg strikes again. I will pour for you our most popular drink, a poisson colada.